Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So I welcome you all to your English class. So today we'll do chapter number 1 of your English book, but before that let me tell you about the books that you are going to follow this year. So this year also you have two books. The first book is of literature, that is Sunbeams, a book of English language and literature by Cordova. And the second book is of grammar, that is Compacta. All right. So all of you should have these two books so that you can study in a better way, and if you have not purchased them, do purchase them as soon as possible. So I hope all of you will study hard this year also and try to score better marks than last year. Okay? So let's get started and let's read chapter number 1, that is Ubuntu. But before doing this chapter, I would like to ask you few questions. How many of you share things with others and how many of you help others? And do you think that living together or staying together makes you more happy? If yes, do let me know through the comment section below. So basically, this is a very beautiful story which tells us that happiness lies in togetherness. We feel happy when we live together. Don't you feel happy when you are with your family members? Yes, we all do feel happy when we are with our family members or with our close friends. Okay, so real happiness is staying together and sharing things, caring for each other. All right. Basically, Ubuntu is an African concept which means togetherness. It tells us how our actions affect others and our society. Actually, Ubuntu means I am because you are. It tells us the fact that we all are connected and that one can only grow and progress through the growth and progress of others. Means people will help you, people will share things with you only if you will help them or you will share things with them. Isn't it? That's what you learn in schools, right? It's always been told that you should help others, you should share things with others, all right? And above all, it's a good habit that you should develop, all right? And you really feel happy when you help others and share things with others, all right? Basically, this is a story of a man who went to Africa to study the habits and lifestyle of a tribe. And there he learned about the concept of Ubuntu. So, to find out who taught him the concept of Ubuntu and how it was taught, let's start reading this interesting and beautiful story. And yes, I'll explain this chapter in two parts, and this is the part 1 of this chapter. So, let's start reading this chapter. Ubuntu is a powerful Nguni Bantu term that means human kindness for caring, sharing, and being in harmony with all of creation. It is believed that there is a string that unites all the people of the world. So, here the word powerful means very effective or having great power. The word kindness means the quality of being gentle and caring towards others. The word harmony means a situation in which people are peaceful and agree with each other. The word string means series of things or people that are related and joined together. And the word unites means joins together. So as I told you that Ubuntu is a very effective African term which means caring, sharing and living together. And it is believed that there are number of things which join all the people of the world. So basically this is the meaning of the term Ubuntu. Alright, so now let's start reading this chapter. So look at the paragraph number 1. Once there was an anthropologist. He was studying the habits and customs of a tribe in Africa. He chose a village located near a hill. A tribe inhabited the hill and the surrounding areas for many years. The villagers and children were illiterate and knew nothing about education. When the man reached the village, the men took him to the village. The man found that the villagers lived a simple life. The villagers were kind and made the man feel at home. So here the word anthropologist means a person who studies anthropology. Now what is anthropology? It is a study of human race. So anthropologist is a person who studies about human race. The word customs means accepted ways of doing things in a society or a community. The word tribe means a group of people living in a particular area having same customs, language, religion, etc. The word located means situated. The word inhabited means occupied. The phrase surrounding areas means the areas around a thing or a place. The word illiterate means unable to read and write, and the word kind means helpful and caring. So, this paragraph tells us that there was a man who used to study about human beings, and he was studying the habits and lifestyle of a group of people in Africa. And he chose a village. Chose means selected a village which was situated near a hill, and that group of people occupied the hill and the areas around that hill for so many years. And the villagers and children, they were illiterate. They did not know how to read and write, and they knew nothing about education. And when that man reached the village, the villagers took him to the village, and the man, that anthropologist, found that the villagers used to live a very simple life. And do you know that the villagers were so kind and helpful that they made that man feel very comfortable. That man felt that he was at home. So now look at the next lines. The man explained to the villagers about wanting to educate the children. The villagers were very happy to hear about this. The man gathered the children and made a schedule for them, but the response from the children seemed to be slow. So here the word explained means described. The word gathered means assembled at one place. The word response means reaction. And the word seemed means appeared or looked. So when the man felt very comfortable at that place, when he felt very comfortable with those people, he described the villagers about the need to educate their children. And the villagers felt very happy to hear about this. So the man assembled all the children at one place and made a plan for them. But the response of the children, it was very slow. So now I would like to ask you one question that is also given in your book, that why do you think the anthropologist chose a village for his study? So do let me know the answer of this question through the comment section below. So now look at the next paragraph. One day the man visited the nearby market. There he saw a woman selling candies. He was so tempted by the candies that he wanted to buy them. So here the word visited means went to a place in order to look at it. The word nearby means close by, not far away in distance. The word candies means sweet food made of sugar or chocolate. The word tempted means attracted, and the word buy means purchase. So one day that man went to the close by market where he saw a woman selling some candies, and he felt so attracted by those candies that he wanted to purchase them. Now look at the next paragraph. He thought, these candies and sweets are so tempting. I will buy them for the children. They will love them. After buying a lot of candies, he got them packed beautifully in a basket. Then he went back to the village. As he entered the village, he saw some children who were playing together. He noticed a very strange thing. The children played in close cooperation with each other. So here the word tempting means something that is attractive and makes people want to have it, eat it, etc. The word packed means put something into a container, etc., so that it could be carried. The word noticed means observed. The word strange means unusual or surprising, that is difficult to understand or explain. And the word cooperation means the act of working together for a common goal. So when the man saw those attractive candies and sweets, he decided to buy them for the children. He thought that they would love them. After all, everyone loves sweets and candies. Do you love to eat sweets and candies? Do let me know through the comment section below. So after buying a lot of candies, he got them packed beautifully in a basket, as you can see here in this picture. And after that, he went back to the village. And as he entered the village, he saw that some children were playing together. And he observed a very unusual, very surprising thing. What did he notice? He noticed that the children were playing for some common goal. Means he noticed the unity in all of them. He noticed that they were playing together and they were cooperating with each other. Look at the next paragraph now. As he saw the children, he smiled and said to himself, I think I will give the candies to these children, but first I will play a game with them. The man took the basket of candies and tied it with a red ribbon. Children, come to me. Let's play a game, he called out to the children. So here the word tied means attach two or more things together using a rope, string, etc. And as the man saw the children playing together, he smiled and told himself that he would give the candies to those children, but he would play a game with them first of all. So he took the basket of candies and attached a red ribbon to it and called the children to play a game. So what do you think, what game that anthropologist will play with those children? So if you have already read this chapter and if you know what game the anthropologist will play, do let me know through the comment section below. So we'll do this much only for today and we'll continue with part 2 of this chapter in the next video. So stay tuned for part 2 of this chapter and till then take care all of you, stay safe, stay healthy and thank you so much for watching.